Yeah, and again, that'll come with the next update. Donzaburo skin, as long as you get 3 other things from the event, you will receive that skin as well, and the party will be in your hands.
Are you fucking kidding me? Who the fuck is this cunt? Fucking turn this shit off. We gotta put some real shit on, bro. Yeah, cunt.
Alright, guys. Let's drop these people.
How's it going, guys?
Hello everybody, this is Mike. I'm Mike, and today we're playing Animus. This is gonna be a commentary by Mr. Big Mike.
And joining you, Mr. Big Mark.
I can't see what this is about. Where the fuck is everyone?
Here it comes.
Yeah, boy.
You mad? Bruh? Ready, bro? Come on! Let's do this shit, bruh!
No way.
Knocked out, son.
Is there? Oh shit, they're all pre-made.
Oh, get out.
So let's win.
Yeah, let's win either way.
That's right. Let's show who's the better pre-made.
The totems there, you know, if they have a certain level of effects, you'll see if you have a level 2, looks a little bit, you know, more important, more shiny, more special, and then level 3, it's like the most special. But yeah, as you can see there from before,
nobody cares about conquest.
We have the Verdant one, which is max health and mana. And eventually, you know, that gets to scaling up really, really nicely.
So I think that they're going to try to push for an Alpha 3 test arena. If that happens, we will be streaming. At least I'm going to try to stream that day, right? That's very important.
This is what we do, man. Hang out together and talk about our aesthetics. Isn't that right, bro?
The tournament arc. Best of the best. Clashing on even playing field. That's what the arena is all about. That's why Wreckful load arena. And it's a shame we don't have a single good arena game these days. SMITE could be the one. SMITE would be 5 times more popular if the studio won't neglect arena players for the last 7 years. We have 7-year-old arena map, no rank leaderboard, no rewards. And then people say why SMITE is not doing well. You know, and World of Warcraft has other issues. You see, the origins of MOBA genre is not conquest, aka dota, aka defense of the ancients, but countless of community made maps. And in SMITE we have 3 main game modes. We have conquest, we have arena, and we have 1 versus 1 joust. All these 3 game modes have totally different game design and totally different meta, right? So if you consider yourself to be a good SMITE player, good MOBA player, you need to be good in all 3 main game modes. And then we can also add Assault, Siege on top of that, and add the rest of the fun game modes, old fun assets, into the match of the day rotation. And after some time, finally, SMITE president is talking how arena was also very important in the popularity of making SMITE, right? Conquest of course was too, but so was arena. And I think it's really good that we finally talk about this. But I also want to clear one misconfusion. You see, people always say that Conquest is a competitive game mode and other game modes are casual game modes. That was never really the case. You either want to win or you don't. Just because you play Conquest, that doesn't mean you are a more competitive player than everybody else. Actually, from my experience, I have met countless of very competitive players in Arena, even more than so in Conquest, right? Because, let's face it, both Arena and Conquest can be very competitive, and they also have design flaws, right? For example, Conquest has snowballing, Conquest has using meta items, or you fall behind, there is barely any counter building. That's why we don't see good support builds at SPL. Arena, you know, some people think it's not complex enough, even though 90% of people don't really understand the game design of Arena. They don't understand the last 10 ticket system. They don't understand counter building. They don't understand, you know, getting value out of aggressive playstyle and resetting fights often, last hitting minions and so on and so on. Or they don't understand the rotations in Conquest. They don't understand the meta, the pressure in 1 versus 1 and so on and so on. You know, and
Conquest is the most played game mode according to Hi-Rez, so it should be the focus of SMITE 2. As much as it pains me to say this as a fellow Conquest enjoyer. No, it's fucking not. How many times are we going to deliberately misinterpret the data presented by Hi-Rez themselves? Yes, individually Conquest is the most played game mode, if you are extremely generous and consider both ranked and casual Conquest players to be within the same group. However, even in that case, the amount of players that play non-Conquest modes is still higher than those who play Conquest. I can understand why from the view of a ranked-only player or an ex-pro it might not seem that way, especially when Hi-Rez is still insistent in making competitive play a large part of its marketing strategy. But the fact of the matter is that SMITE has a majorly player base that is simply not that invested in Conquest or competitive play. So, having your beta for SMITE 2 be focused entirely on Conquest makes sense if the idea is to thoroughly test all the new interactive systems and map mechanics. But it's simply a massive blunder in terms of attracting players to test things and gather feedback. It's honestly baffling to me that Incan thinks that adding an arena queue to the beta will be a negative for the current state of affairs. SMITE 2 isn't magically going to attract 3 bazillion new competitive-oriented players to the game during a paid beta. It will, at best, attract a portion of its most dedicated players. And right now Hi-Rez isn't tapping into their biggest portion of their active player base for no actual reason. SMITE 1 has suffered severely in every single aspect you can imagine because Hi-Rez was too busy trying to appeal to a ridiculously small and nepotistic esports scene that most people never gave a shit about. Let's not repeat this same mistake for SMITE 2. And in case you wonder, this is the data shared by a Hi-Rez employee on the topic of player base per game mode.
And right now, Hi-Rez isn't tapping into their biggest portion of their active player base for no actual reason. SMITE 1 has suffered severely in every single aspect you can imagine because Hi-Rez was too busy trying to appeal to a ridiculously small and nepotistic esports scene that most people never gave a shit about. Let's not repeat this same mistake for SMITE 2.
It's always this, you know, people always say because you play Arena or any other game mode and not Conquest, you're a casual player. That was never really the case. Like, you either wanna win or you don't. You either adopt and learn and understand how the game mode is designed so you can win, or you don't. It's simple as that, right? Just because people have no idea how Arena is designed, just because Arena is the opposite in terms of game design than Conquest, doesn't mean it's any less competitive. And it's actually the company fault, because they have been dividing the community for the last 7 years. People literally got IP banned for talking about Arena on SMITE Reddit, for example. That's how divided the community was. And we loved SMITE so much, and we couldn't even show it, because they took away our rank leaderboard and rewards. They couldn't even make a new Arena map in the last 7 years. It's not the player fault, it's the company fault. And how much love we put it in your game, you guys don't actually deserve it, because how you guys have been treating us for the last 5-7 years. You have so many passionate players that put so much energy into your game, but no, only 10% of the guys can make anything out of SMITE. That's why the game is dying. Not only you limit the whole pro scene around Conquest, you also limit it around North America guys, right? So you have no international players, you have no console players, you have no Euro players, which is the biggest region, you have no Arena players, which is the most popular game mode. And then you guys wonder why the game is dying. And all you had to do is to make, you know, a new cool Arena map, add rank leaderboard and rewards. That's what we had in the game 7 years ago, right? This is already all in the game. And you guys just decided to remove it for no good reason.
So we're moving away from game modes now into the world of items. And let me tell
Here
you,
we go,
there are
baby.
a lot
Here
of
we go.
items. If I had to choose into the funky stuff, the crazy stuff, how about we talk about item singular balance with Eye of the Jungle?
Yeah, the Eye of the Jungle is the one item that we're going to be balancing in the entirety of the
The
mid-season patch.
one item that means absolutely, positively
so
nothing
essentially,
to us.
we'll get into why this is the only one in just a couple of seconds here, but let's talk about Eye of the Jungle first. So ever since we did the little switch up to remove
they're
attack
doing
speed
this on
from Eye of the
purpose just
Jungle,
to
put it on
screw with me.
mannequins, Eye has fallen pretty clearly behind in terms of its popularity. It doesn't really have a super unique...
Conquest is too complex, and then they really don't get to test out the gods to see what god they like, because you're like 30 minutes of hitting your head against the wall, trying to not fall asleep, and then you get like 5 to 10 minutes of fun and actual excitement and actually get to test your god, right? Conquest is just too slow.
Yeah, just to stay competitive.
Arenas where new players actually test various different gods to see which one they
Next up,
like
we're talking
and
about Duel.
test various
Now,
different
For those
builds.
of you who have followed the show, you know that Duel...
Right? This is already all in the game. This is 7 years ago we have ranked leaderboards for Conquest, Arena and Joust. And this is what we should be having. There was literally no reason for them to remove that. Because they thought, oh, maybe if we force everybody into Conquest, maybe we'll get more players, maybe if we try to be like League of Legends. No. Because even League of Legends and Dota 2, they haven't seen innovation in the last 20 years because they don't need to innovate, because they have these big companies, you know, still getting paid from promoting games. You know, League of Legends has Tencent and all the Asia, you know, that's why they don't need to innovate. They, even if they don't update, even if they don't innovate, they will still make money, right? And this is what made SMITE so special, because we were special, because Arena was the biggest open niche on the gaming MOBA market. And do you guys know about Trackful? Do you guys know about the King's Avatar animation? How much passion, how much love? Arena is just fun. It's just fighting players on even playing field. That's why we love Arena. Where everybody, all it matters is how you play and how you build. Not some number advantage bullshit. You know, in my opinion, Dota Conquest is made for children who needs number to win their games. They always abuse SMITE and SMITE gods to get ahead. They barely know what counter building is. You know, and then people complain, why are we always building the same items in Conquest? Why people build tapes every game? Yeah, because nobody know how to play, nobody know how to build, because Conquest don't really teaches you about counter building or item building. In fact, you just buy meta items and use meta gods, and you just do the most proper farm path, and that's it. You know, it's like. But you know, maybe, you know, in my opinion, both can be very fun. Like rotations can be so fun. Both Arena and Conquest can be so fun, and why not have both? Why not have ranked leaderboard rewards and tournaments for both, and just let players decide what they wanna play? At the end of the day, you just wanna attract more players to SMITE. You don't really care if they play Conquest or Arena. You just wanna attract more players. More players mean more money. Like, come on, guys, that's the basic, you know. Like, let's go now. There's so much passion, so much love. You guys just need to stop sleeping on it. That's all. You have such a big community. You have North America, EU, Conquest, Arena fans that will do so much for your game. But you guys just simply ignored us. For years, you ignored our love. You know. Because that's why the game 7 years ago was so much more popular. Because we actually cater to all our player bases. We didn't ignore 70% of our player base. And you guys do the same mistake in every game you make. Strikeout was domination. In Rogue Company, you have Deathmatch versus Siege in Paladins. Arena versus Conquest in SMITE. It's always this divided community you have. You guys think, well, you guys, all you did in 7 years was dividing the community on every corner and do updates that are not many people really asked for. Right? You always focus on the wrong things. Just bring back leaderboard rewards, new map for Arena, make a new Arena Gladiator season, organize some community tournaments for, you know, maybe 1 versus 1, Arena and Conquest. You don't even need to put rewards into it, maybe some gyms. And you will get viewership and sponsorship naturally once more, you know? Ganesh. So he has to go Warflag starter in Arena, or he can go Virginity Rush against 3 Physical, or Winged Blade Rush against 3 Magical or Shogun. So we're gonna go Warding Sigil.
Why not Gohan?
Even though we have 4 Physical gods, there is no way we are not buying Warflag, right? So We're gonna be a little less tanky, but we're gonna have good buffs for my team. And this is also the beauty. You're gonna have really good harass, really good pressure with your abilities and basic attacks. You're still gonna be tanky if you go Warding Sigil or Warflag. And then as a third item we can go Shogun Kuzari, one of the best aura in the game, that allows you to clear objectives faster, that allows you to do so much more. Shogun Kuzari is not only good in a teams where you usually have 3 physical gods or 3 gods that rely on basic attacks, but also gods that rely on animation cancelling like Susano. Because faster attack speed lowers your basic attack speed animation time. So you can animation cancel faster, and there are also counters to it. You can get Witchblade, aka new Relic Dagger upgrade, you can play Athena or Osiris that have attack speed reduction, and you can also buy Toxic Blade now. Toxic Blade is actually good now, because now I think you get like 20% attack speed reduction to the opponent you are hitting, so this is really good for boxing, and really, you know, even though, you know, this item still doesn't have good stats, it doesn't have physical protection or power, but maybe you can make it work, right? You get a lot of attack speed and flat pin, so then you don't need to buy attack speed item, I assume, but most hunter items have attack speed. But it also might be very good on supports. Imagine you stack Witchblade and Relic Dagger. I mean, you get like shit stats, but bro, so much attack speed reduction would be a huge counter. But this doesn't really matter in arena, because usually you have double mage composition in arena.
Fowl also said you're heavy into martial arts, Tai Chi and all that killer stuff.
I suppose we have to register you as a lethal weapon.
Hey, look, friend, let's just cut the shit. Now we...
True in certain of the friendships in the film, and I think that there's also a level of respect that is unspoken, because when there's a player that's better at the game than you are, there's a certain, obviously, resentment, but I think there's also a respect.
So these guys are like professional athletes, in other words.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think they thrill on it. They thrive on it. It's tough, and it's often ugly and very competitive, and I think very emotionally draining. But
this movie is emotionally draining. I guess
So today we will be getting some Warlock Sash. Level 2. I'm going to be building penetration.
Penetration. That's what she said.
Got it. We'll max on my. What? Shut the front door.
My door is closed.
Let me get it, please. It's mana.
Special delivery.
The fat pig.
Well, I attacked both of them.
I know that's the whole
Pretty
point.
dope. Oh, sick.
2-for-1 special.
In Conquest you usually have 3 physical gods, 1 mage, 1 guardian. But here we have double mage, let's see. You see, their team is actually really strong. They have 3 magical gods, plus AD carry and assassin, so we need Wingleblade, we need maybe Valor, but we also need damage first. So, let's go beats. We have to go Warflag, right? We have... Oh, we have Anubis now. But we still have 3 physical, so I'm still going Warflag. Where is Warflag? They changed it. Okay, but still. And we go for Jotuns. I'm happy they added some time to early game now. Cooldowns reduction, okay, and more pots. Let's go.
Good luck, you.
We're gonna max our 2 and 1. 2 is our best focus. Once you get cooldown Jotuns online, it's gonna be amazing.
Aren't allowed in duel.
The problem with SMITE is really that there is nothing of substance, nothing important that actually matter. All the patch notes are just doing some small changes to Conquest, making the game more complex where it doesn't really need to be. Like, meanwhile we still have 7-year-old arena map. 7-year-old, in 7 years they couldn't make a new arena map. No rank leaderboard, no rewards. And arena will be easily the most popular game mode in SMITE if Hi-Rez or Titanforge won't simply ignore it. Because all Conquest is so much more competitive. It really isn't, you know, it really isn't. Can we start focusing on things that actually matter? After 7 years, can we start doing something that actually matters?
Fucking experiences in my life. This is one of the most painful fucking experiences in my life. Now get out of here.
I like having that instant action, and then if the game is going bad, I know I'm only in it for you know, like for only just 20 minutes at tops. I'm not stuck in there for like 40 freaking minutes. Nice.
Casually wrecked.
Stun up! Ah, I got him! Why you stop chasing? Yo, Scott, man, long time no see, my G. What's going on, fam? I ain't seen you in a minute. Hope all been well for you, G.
I mean, how can the community have hope in the game, in the company, in the whole community, when the company needed 7 years to figure out that Arena is what their community and fans love, right? And 7 years ago, we already had all the functionalities in the game. We had rank leaderboard, reward, we had arena tournaments, we had clans. All they had to do was build on top of that, not remove all the content from the game. They destroyed the arena scene, they destroyed, they removed Clash, Siege for no good reason. Instead of maybe, you know, maybe adding them into the rotation, they didn't add old fun game modes back, like SMITE, Card Adventures, even though they already made all those assets, right? I mean, they needed 7 years to figure that out. In these 7 years, people invested so much love, so much passion into your game, and you just simply ignored us, like we are nothing, right? We should be hating you, we should be hating the company, because we loved your game so much, and you didn't even bother to give us some basic rank functionality, what every competitive player wishes to have. Like, it's so disappointing, the company, because the game could be 3 times bigger if you guys wouldn't be so clueless and just always focus on the wrong things. Like, I loved your game so much, but you got to the point and it just feels like I'm just wasting my energy because the company doesn't even realize what makes your game special, why people love and play your game. You know? You already had one of the best action combat, one of the best social system, rank leaderboard, reward, you had everything set up. But no, let's remove most content from the game, let's destroy arena scene, let's make esports only for North America, guys. And then you guys now wonder why the game is not doing well. Are you for real? Like, we have been talking about this for the last 7 years, and maybe instead of actually, maybe if you would listen to us, not just IP ban people and censor everybody that talk about arena, maybe this won't be the case. Like, we really should be hating the company because how they treated us. We should never forget that, because we ruined our health, we ruined our everything. We put so much effort into your game and you didn't do shit for us. That's the reality we have been dealing in the last 7 years. Do you have any idea how frustrating it is when you love something so much and you have not even a way to prove it? Because you guys designed the game, because you forced everybody. I'm so done, you know. Okay, I need to breathe, I need to eat something. I'm hungry. So, see you in the next one. I hope.
Fucking deep. Then instantly? It's fine. It's all part of the plan. all the warriors just die instantly. Impact.
That's why we play protection warrior.
Floor moves with you. That's really
cool effect. Yeah,
that's like the whole floor has already been patterned out for it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
And he's taking advantage. Look at him go.
That's a glimpse of what he sees. That's just like opening a portal into his eyes, you know?
I gotta see how he sees it.
Oh man.
Oh, he's so happy. Look at him.
Dude, he's breaking it
down.
My
god,
the glass is almost coming off.
Yeah, I like how they're like jumping around a little bit. Oh man.
That's adorable.
I'm getting word from the inside, from Billy, and he's saying the chat figured it out. You want to know where that QR code goes?
I'd love to know.
SMITE.com.
Oh.
It literally actually works. It goes to the website.
That's cool.
That's so awesome.
Thank y'all for figuring that out, chat. That's good stuff.
Well done.
Man, and shout out to our designers for being like,
must have
we
been
can put a
quick,
QR
huh?
code. Yeah.
Whipped out the phone straight away.
Yeah. So y'all are the goats. That's why I love you.
Nerds.
Okay, cool. That was the summer sizzle. So carry that with honor. It's like being.
Oh, so you gotta buy 3 things in order to get that.
So now we've talked about some cool new cosmetics. Let's dive back into Balance Land one more time to talk about some gods. How about it, huh?
Yes.
Y'all ready? All right, let's do it. So let's call this regular god balance because there's some other stuff. So obviously, as you know, I look at all of the notes and I write.
Here we go.
Items. If I had to choose a spot, they were chefing behind that wall. Go nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when he grabs you, you will know you've got his full attention.
That's how it be when I go to the fridge for like water at 2 a.m.
Oh my god, he's so creepy.
Like when I see the cheese in the fridge as I'm reaching for a water bottle, like that's my eye every time.
You know, is another kind of character that's fallen off a little bit, but he's been doing great in SMITE too. By all means, we've been seeing a lot of awesome Fender play there. We want to make sure though that he's keeping up in SMITE
now
1.
deals 75% of the
Really
damage and AOE.
right? Just
Holy
a little
crap,
bit of a bump
that's
to kind of get
huge.
him moving in the right direction. And so what we're doing here is we're increasing the AOE damage of Brutalize to 75%. So if you're in a big group of people, usually it's really scary to cast Brutalize because you know you do get a bit of protections from this, but you are locked into this animation. You are moving by the enemy's accord.
1 hour later.
Starting with the Doom Circuit Cross-Gen Pass. So for those familiar, we have a new Cross-Gen Pass every single update, and these are things that provide Cross-Gen.
The ban system and going to everybody is back
Unleashed.
in
It's a
duel.
free-for-all.
Unleashed, if you will. But essentially, we were really happy to see the experimentation coming out from incorporating a ban list into this mode. But I think
that's the
overall,
thing,
we haven't seen
Conquest,
any data
a lot
kind
of
of
people,
showing that
they
it has
forget that
impacted
there's
the
new
mode
players,
positively or
and
negatively.
they
It's
expect
kind of
you
just
to
stayed
instantly
the
know
same. So
everything,
in
right?
general, our
Instantly know how to
methodology
give the
here is
commands
that
and
we
where to
want
be
encourage
and
players
what
to
your role
feel
is and
a
what
little bit more
camp
free
to
to try things and do
prioritize.
things, especially
It's
as
stupid.
we continue to do the
Video anyway, so you can get them in that circle and throw the dance floor on top of them. So they're dancing with the
Fucking nerds.
Dualities? Cool. Cool what?
Hey, appreciate you stopping by, brother. Appreciate you stopping by for sure.
All go nuts. So we're moving away from game modes now into the world of items. And let me tell
Here
you,
we go,
there are
baby.
a lot
Here we
of
go.
items. If I had to choose a spot, they were chefing. It was items this time around.
Bro, where is the arena game mode update? You know, the things that actually matter.
Fucking neck beads everywhere.
like I don't have a word for it other than like glossy.
Glossy?
Yeah.
It's wet.
It looks like an eyeball.
It's a wet ball. It's a wet
I wonder if it blinks.
Dude, I'm telling you,
No.
the textures that they can use with the Unreal Engine 5 is just amazing.
Yeah, that's why it's so like bloodshot.
Yeah,
You just can't blink.
The
Maybe it just
graphics
rolls around.
for Arena and SMITE 2
that
is
might
just going to
be
be
worse.
night
Like a
and day,
pen, maybe
dude.
like a ballpoint pen. Yeah.
Oh God.
Again, I
hey guys,
appreciate.
what about the like mechanical stuff, right? We can talk about the stuff other than.
I was just gonna say, I appreciate that it's being a little,
Haters gonna hate.
It's varied
Yeah.
its bans quite a lot this year so far. A lot of back and forth and this and that. But we're doing
That's
it a
why I
little
really don't
differently
like
this time.
Conquest.
What's
It's just
going on with
it's
the
too
bans here,
slow
Larry?
for me,
Yes.
dude.
So
It's too
finally,
slow.
after what feels like a several month.
Chat.
Update, Danzaburo skin, as long as you get 3 other things
You sustain better than Bumbos. It doesn't do damage or protect.
on the screen there. If you
Chat.
have, miss
There, where you just keep, every time you